What's up, everybody? We are
What's
back
going on?
with another episode. We are back in the new year. We are on season 6, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. Not necessarily live, but we're recording.
We are on air.
We are on air. Yeah, you see our little sign. The
white's-
on is in white, and it doesn't sit well with the camera too hot. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. Here's the new shirt, everybody. If you haven't seen it online already, we will have shirts made by the end of the month. I already been in contact with a couple people. Their orders are submitted to our email. That's how we're running it for now. Email us your information, where you want it to be shipped, and give us the sizes and how many you want. It's $30 a shirt. And that's the price of them for now. They're not going to go, I don't think we're going to go any higher for prices for shirts. So you guys don't have to worry about the price of the shirt changing. We're going to keep it at 30. We plan on setting up a checkout and a shop so you guys can just order it through a shop online. Playoff picture is pretty much set in stone for now. I mean, I don't think there's any games that are going to alter it.
No, not right now.
Oh, this Ravens-Bengal game is a pretty big deal, and the Ravens are getting stomped. So, yeah, Cowboys play the Commanders today, and it was going to be a big deal, but the Commanders got knocked out last week because they lost.
Yeah.
And then Cowboys have been locked in for like 3-4 weeks now.
And the Jags beat the Titans, which
Yeah, they
Jags
won the AFC South. Titans are beat up this year. They weren't going to get too far if they made it anyways.
I wouldn't say beat up. I mean, you're losing 7 games straight is...
They went without Derrick Henry for like 4 weeks straight. They went without Tannehill for like a month.
Yeah, but either way, you're a run.
They're missing
team.
their O-line. Their O-line has a bunch of guys on the IR. They're just a beat-up team. They once again have the injury crown again. Like, they literally have the most injuries.
Yeah, but that just proves that they can't win.
They have no depth.
Yeah.
You just don't have any depth, which... The thing is, Titans are a dangerous team when healthy. And, I mean, at this point in the season, it really depends on who's healthy, who's not. And a lot of teams, like Cowboys and Niners, stayed healthy throughout the year-ish. I mean, Cowboys had their run-ins, too, where Dak wasn't there for like a month.
Yeah, but we won.
And you guys won. And then the Niners won with their backups. And, I mean, Jimmy wasn't necessarily a backup, but Brock Purdy is, and Brock Purdy's 3-0. I mean, it's working out. I mean, it's all who has depth, and that's usually who has success in the playoffs. And I mean, we already know the top 5. They already got it set in stone. None of these games are going to change it. This is pretty much it right here. Nah, that's not it. They won't be playing the Seahawks, though. They're going to be playing the Giants, I believe.
I don't believe that.
Go on ESPN. It has the seeding in the...
Yeah, but if you look at...
Standings aren't going to tell you.
It's going to tell us the...
Just go on ESPN. ESPN literally has the playoff picture.
Yeah, but Giants won.
Yeah, they would play the Giants still.
Yeah, the Seahawks lost.
No, the Seahawks didn't lose. Seahawks won last week.
Pretty sure.
It's right there. You're already on it. Yeah. 2 seed plays.
Yeah. No, they won. They're 9-6-1.
Seahawks won last week too because they
yeah,
were
but Seahawks are 7th.
If they lose today and they win, it's gonna flip.
Yeah, but right now, that is the playoff picture.
Playoff picture. I mean, so we can go back to that image then.
Yeah. Yeah, the Seahawks are 7th seed right now because the Giants won.
And then Cowboys got to play the Bucks. I feel bad for the Bucks. I mean, the Bucks are getting guys back, though.
Yeah.
They're getting Jensen back today.
And if the Niners lose, then Cowboys take over. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. And if the Eagles lose and the Niners lose today,
well, Cardinals
Cowboys
sat everybody except for J.J. Watt because J.J. Watt's last game is today.
Well, everyone's hurt. So
yeah,
they didn't just sit everyone.
D-Hop's not playing. Kyler got ACL surgery, so he did tear his ACL. So
yeah.
he won't even be back at all next year.
He'll be back possibly at the end of the season. He just has to go through rehab.
He's not going to play.
Never know.
Okay, so long story short, Arizona's in a rebuild. They don't have a whole lot. They got JJ retiring. They got too many missing pieces now. They looking beat up to hell. Christian Kirk is now in the playoffs on the Jags. It's a slap in the face to the Cardinals, I believe.
Yeah, but no, yeah, the playoff picture can change, especially if the Eagles lose, the Niners lose, Cowboys win first seed. If the Eagles lose, 49ers win, they'll get first seed.
A lot of the teams don't really care if they win or not today. It's just a seeding situation. Niners would like to be the 2 seed. They already know they're not getting the 1 seed because I'm pretty sure the Eagles are going to win today.
If the Eagles win today, that's huge. But
from what I hear, Giants are not playing their starters at all.
I don't know.
I heard a few teams are not playing their starters, and from what I hear, Cowboys is only going to play their starters if they need to. Niners in the same boat if they have the game kind of like finished up, and they're not going to. They basically players are on limited play time today.
Yeah,
because everyone knows win or lose today, you're still in the playoffs.
Yeah,
especially for these two, win or lose, even them, win or lose, they're still in. They're winning their game. I believe the Vikings are right now.
Jeez, I don't have a mouth.
Yeah, they're on there. They were playing this morning. There we go.
Yeah, they're winning their game. A big one today though is going to be Detroit and Green Bay for tonight because they're both 8-8.
Yeah, so tonight's game is huge, but someone brought this up. If one of these teams eliminates the Lions today, before the game even starts.
That I don't know.
No, they said it this week on SportsCenter.
Well, I don't know which team. It would have to be the Seahawks.
It's the Seahawks. If the Seahawks win, they're out automatically.
Yeah, and
the Packers would be in because they are tied for second in the NFC North. It's not a title game, so literally this game, they find out if they're eliminated. Detroit finds out that if they're eliminated before the game even starts.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting for the Lions and Packers.
Actually, both teams find out if they're eliminated before the game even starts because they're both 8-8, and in division. Oh, they don't show division on here, but clearly they have more division wins because they're over the Packers right now.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be all up to the Seahawks, not up to the Giants. Who
are the Seahawks playing?
Rams.
Oh, dude, that sucks because the Rams have nothing to play for.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see.
And then McVay already came out and said he's iffy if he even wants to come back.
Well, I mean, you hold the title now as the worst NFL Super Bowl defending champ team. Pretty embarrassing.
Well, they kind of got smacked around with some injuries, so
I wouldn't even give him that. Cooper Kupp was playing mid-season, and they were already. I mean,
it wasn't just Cooper Kupp though. They didn't have Stafford for 3/4 of the season.
Stafford played till mid-season.
That was it.
Yeah, but
I don't think so.
But you don't go 5-12.
Either way, everyone knew that
or 5-11.
Everyone knew. I don't know why that game's delayed for whatever reason.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, but I've been.
Rams were called out last year for selling out too much. They give up every draft pick for the next 4 years.
Well, they won a Super Bowl. That's the ultimate goal. They won a Super Bowl.
But they did too much to get there.
They still have just about everyone.
They're going to go into a 5-year. What's his face? Aaron Donald's considering retiring now.
Aaron Donald's considering retiring. They lost Von Miller to the Buffalo Bills.
That's what hurt them.
No, that's not what hurt them.
No, that's part of the reason what hurt them.
No, sorry.
Yeah,
Gotta have to stop you there.
Are getting some heat
Gonna
lately,
have to
by
stop
the way.
this
We're
here.
about to jump
Von
into
Miller,
that right now.
Von Miller does not make or break the Rams. The Rams
sound
had
like Skip Bayless right now.
Rams lost OBJ, but they picked up OBJ late in last season. But the Rams have still Van Jefferson. They lost Robert Woods for sure. Cooper Kupp was there till midseason. But I'm sorry, but when you lose that many games and you're 5-11,
They're
the
back
Niners
to what they used to be.
Well, yeah, the Niners were doing well. Geno Smith and the Hawks were killing it.
It's back to what it used to be, literally.
Yeah.
Cardinals are the worst. Rams are right there with them, and then the Seahawks and Niners just fight for the number one
But
spot.
the Niners had Jimmy G. That was the blessing that the Niners needed. Don't want to say it's a blessing that, of course, Trey Lance got hurt. I mean, hopefully he's having a speedy recovery. But the Niners needed their quarterback that took him deep into the playoffs. That's what it boils down to with that. The Rams could not get anything going. I mean, it was almost like the 2020 Lakers in the bubble. That was the Rams. It was a fluke. It was
they weren't
a
even
one and
supposed
done.
to get that. Everyone knows they were playing the Niners in the NFC Championship game. Everyone knows the Niners defensive, that safety got released after that too. The last throw of the game was literally in their hands, and they fucking dropped it. That game was all determined by a guy dropping a given interception.
But it was tough. The Rams are a good team. They still have a lot of their players that they had last year, but
They're gonna lose a lot of them though.
But well, yeah, naturally. But it just I don't believe that the Rams.
Well, Sean McVay had beef with Cam Akers. That's where it all started. He started having beef, and this is like week 2. It was announced Cam Akers benched, and then they were like, "What's going on? Cam Akers just had like a Super Bowl run. Like, what are you guys doing?" And there was tension between the head coach and players. And then now head coach is coming up on the last game of the season. Before the last game he even plays it, he comes out to the media and says, "Well, I might go back to TV." I'm like, yo, you don't do that to your locker room, man. That's messed up.
The Rams definitely took a nosedive this season and are going down as the worst NFL Super Bowl defending champs to this date.
And I mean,
but
I wish the Bengals would have got it, because it looks like the Bengals, if it's not the Chiefs, I think the Bengals
or the Bills.
I mean, it's going to be a toss-up. We'll see what thing about the Bills though, and we'll touch on the DeMar situation here in a second. The DeMar Hamlin, that was big, but I mean, he's added to that list of their not issues, but like injuries and losing guys so much. The Bills are beat up. They have no defensive backfield right now.
Yeah, they're getting people back.
Micah Hyde is not coming back, bro.
I don't know if Micah Hyde is going to be back, but they are getting people back.
They are
at
getting
the right time. Same thing with the Chargers.
Yeah, a lot of teams are getting some people back, but like the Bills had to scratch and crawl to get where they're at. A lot of close games, a lot of injuries. They just had another, huge injury. And then I don't know if you watched the opening play of the Bills game today.
I did. They ran it back for opening kickoff. DeMar
in postseason after neck surgery. That's wild, honestly. They're saying he's going to play in the postseason. All right.
Well, it's 4 months post surgery, so I mean he could. That's what I'm saying.
Not recommended, but he could.
Well, everyone's getting healthy at the right time. Same thing with the Chargers. But yeah, DeMar Hamlin, that was a very, very scary.
So, speaking on, since we're bringing his name up now, everyone obviously teamed up. Prayers out to him. He's, off the ventilator. He's doing well, and a lot of people have brought it up to me, and a lot of people were like, "So what about this guy's pay?" They're like, "This has got to change. The NFLPA has to change how players get paid." Because recently, this year, they changed their disability, went from 20,000+, right, to only 4,000 a year.
Well, I mean, whenever you go on injured reserve.
But they also, today, the Bills announced they changed the terms on his contract to where his 4-year contract that he signed, which is only $3 million and some 3-point-something million, and they changed it to his contract being fully guaranteed. He's guaranteed all the money in his contract now after what happened to him.
No, and
I think
great.
Going forward that the NFL should always be doing that.
Fully guaranteeing contracts?
For people, if an injury happens like his.
I don't think so.
A career ending. Let's say you had a contract and they said, "Oh, you don't get your money
say the same
because
thing.
You had a life-threatening injury."
I don't know. It's tough. I mean, of course, if you pass or anything like that, life insurance should be thrown in there 100%.
Yeah, and they
But
lowered all of that.
If you have a career-ending injury, much like Alex Smith, much like another one,
I mean, Dak was right there.
RG3.
Dak had one. He almost lost.
He came back and
he came back, but he almost lost his damn career. He didn't play for a year and a half.
But RG3, that was a big one. I mean, stuff like that. And, I mean, same thing with the Pittsburgh linebacker.
So, Damar Hamlin's situation is the first
But no, we got to go back to that. But the Pittsburgh, how he lost, movement in his legs.
Ryan Shazier.
But that stuff,
he was paralyzed for 2 years.
You think about that, I mean...
That was life-changing. That wasn't
it's life-changing.
Life-changing.
But it's career-ending. That's a career-ending injury.
So, Damar Hamlin, they don't know. I mean, he's recovering...
But you're talking about paying someone $125 million like Aaron Rodgers.
I'm not saying $125 million. He has a $3 million contract that they made fully guaranteed.
But what you were saying though is pay $125 million.
And Deshaun Watson started this. His contract is fully guaranteed.
Yeah, but I don't know, the fully guaranteed stuff
is... I think what I'm getting at is contracts should not be eliminated due to injuries. And that's what a lot of teams do. They're like, you get injured, you don't get this.
Well, it's like the injured reserve. They don't get as much money as you would get for injured reserve.
They need to... What I'm saying is maybe not fully guaranteed, but they need to change the percentage because some of the shit that happens to these guys isn't like...
No, it's
he
huge.
Rolled his ankle, you're not going to pay him. But you can't just... they could have... The way his contract was set up, if they decided, no, we're not going to redo his terms, they could have just not paid him. In his contract, they didn't have to pay him.
Well, they would have to pay his injured reserve, but just not as much.
Which is in his contract was literally nothing.
Well, I mean, but that is what the truest point of I mean, you go.
I think this changes how they set up players' pay going forward.
But that's the thing. If you're gonna change one person, you got to change all.
Well, no, it's for NBA, the NFL.
NBA, like Patrick Beverly was just talking about it, that when he first entered the league, he was living with his mom, making $10,000 a game.
Yeah, because it's not.
That's the thing, though. You can't get that everywhere. That's the whole point of the NFL. You play, it's pay for performance at that point, right? Yeah. So obviously there needs to be some sort of life insurance. Yes, I 100% agree with that. Because, I mean, the whole world saw Damar Hamlin get CPR in the middle of the field.
He wasn't even, he was flatlined for the whole time he was on the field.
I wouldn't say he was flatlined the whole time.
No, they had to perform CPR.
But he was...
20 plus minutes.
I don't believe he was dead for 20 minutes.
They said he was literally dead.
I don't believe that. I believe that he was responding.
No, they said they got no response until he got to the hospital.
Again... I don't think he flatlined for 20 minutes. That's a long time. But regardless of the fact, we all saw something that we all played as a kid or that we're still playing now. High school, college, rec, peewee. This is a real thing that can happen to people. And I think that was the realization that a lot of people were like, wow, this happened. Now, obviously that's scarce and Buffalo Bills handled it well. NFL handled it well. But at the same time...
they almost resumed the damn game.
They didn't. They really left it up to the coaches and players. And the coaches and players obviously said, yeah, no, we're not playing. Now, NFL handled it well when it came to rescheduling and stuff like that. Obviously, the whole world wanted to reschedule, but how can you when it's this late in the season? You're risking the whole playoffs and whatnot.
They didn't have the time frame. Even if it happened at the beginning of the season, there's really no time frame to redo the game unless they did it next day.
Yeah, and that's I don't think that would have happened. If they were even
going to do that, it would have had to been Tuesday night, and then they would have just had to play it.
Yeah, I don't think they would have done that. I think obviously move the game for this weekend with the Bengals and Ravens and the Bills and Pats. They've talked about all different types of scenarios, but it is what it is on how it's seated right now. I'm thankful, though, that the Bills, Damar Hamlin's foundation, I think it's...
people went on his GoFundMe that he set up for charity.
Yeah.
And it got over $4 million.
Yeah. That was awesome to see. It was was really cool to see everyone wearing 3 now, just representing Damar Hamlin. I mean, just to see his post. I mean, someone shared his post whenever before.
Oh wow, it's over 8 million.
Yeah. But over like his post on Instagram, like prayers up. I mean, just to see his pregame routine. I mean, this is someone that loves football, that made it to the NFL, got a small contract. I would say small, but I mean, it's not really small.
Well,
but,
he's a rookie, so I
yeah.
mean,
So it was really cool to see on how they funded Chasing M's. But I mean, it's scary, 100% scary. I mean, I think the scariest other injury we saw was Ryan Shazier. That was
like the most recent, like, scary one. Besides, like, a few others this past year.
But I mean, he was paralyzed. That was one that was absolutely scary, and it's so scary that this stuff can happen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, fully agree. Life insurance needs to be put in there. Fully agree.
Well, I think it's in there. It's people are saying like the disability. The amount that they get for disability is wrong.
Well, long-term or short-term, I mean, you put on your injured reserve. That's what the injured reserve is really for.
No, I'm talking about post-NFL career. His career is more than likely done.
I mean, the post-career, that's an interesting subject, but, I mean, I just don't know enough to comment on that. Because, I mean, you're talking, like, HR stuff right there, bad.
Yeah, it's been brought up all week.
But, I mean, again, all the announcers are saying it. I'm sure they have plenty of good sources that they're getting it from, but I mean it's interesting to really talk about. I mean, this is something that really happened, and it's scary, man.
Mm-hmm.
But with that being said, though, going back to some of the playoff pictures.
Yeah, so Philly's got the 1 seed. It's pretty much set in stone.
So it's all up to Seattle today whether or not Green Bay or the Detroit Lions will go in as the 7th seed to face the San Francisco 49ers if the Eagles lose. But
Either way, yeah, that's the wild card. And so there's wild card, divisional round, NFC Championship.
Yeah.
So would the Niners be in the wild card as the 2 seed? Yeah, they would.
Wait, what?
The Niners would be in the wild card as the 2 seed, right? I'm pretty sure, yeah. Yeah, because that's divisional.
Well, yeah, first seed is the only one with the bye.
Oh, wait. Yeah, this is wild card. This is the divisional round.
Yeah.
Why is it not showing? Oh, okay, NFC. Yeah, what is it? They have it set up weird. Anyway.
Well, this is the NFCs, and that's Super Bowl. So.
Got it.
Yeah, so the Niners can get bumped off of the 2nd seed, actually.
If they lose.
If they
lose.
Wins
over on best win percentage in conference game. Oh, never mind.
But if they lose and Minnesota wins,
they should still wins tiebreak.
Yeah.
So basically, if they won today, they would win the tiebreak
and they would get 2nd seed.
Okay.
So yeah, that's all.
Oh shit! Wins tiebreak over Detroit based on head-to-head win percentage. Division tiebreak was initially used to eliminate Green Bay. Detroit wins tiebreak over Green Bay based on head-to-head win percentage. So yeah. Green Bay has to win to even get in, period.
Yes.
So Detroit if Detroit wins and Seattle wins.
Seattle wins.
Yeah, Seattle takes it.
Yeah, if Seattle loses, Detroit wins, they go in.
That's what I'm saying is Seattle's game is going on right now. The Seattle wins today.
They're not going on right now. They're 3:25, I believe.
Oh, they're at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Detroit. So Detroit finds out if they're in before they even play that game.
That is true.
That's what the media was saying is like they kind of have like a shot to the chest.
Yeah, so I mean they
got a gun held to their head right now. They're like all watching the Seattle game just to see if they're gonna make it. Who's Seattle playing? Oh, Rams.
Now
and that's a shitty game to watch because you know Seattle's gonna fight.
And then New England is right now the 7th seed, but they win tiebreak over Pittsburgh based on head-to-head win percentage.
So Rams have a chance to just ruin Seattle's day as a whole. So that's what they could play for is like let's knock these guys out.
Yeah, and Patriots could be 7th seed if they win today, but they play in the Bills.
Yeah,
if they lose today and Miami wins,
because they're playing right now.
If Miami wins, they go in and 28-3.
28-23, not 3.
28-23.
Okay, that's a pretty close game. Are they in the fourth quarter yet?
Yeah. Fourth quarter, 11 minutes left.
Okay.
So, I mean, Pittsburgh, Miami, and New England are all going ham
So-
for this.
Tomlin's playing to continue his winning season streak record.
Yeah.
He's the only coach, I think, to hold it for that long. And so is Belichick. Belichick is fighting to have a winning season as well right now.
Yeah.
So, Patriots are already in. So
Well,
Patriots
they have
lose.
to win.
Patriots lose, Miami's in.
No, Miami has to win.
Where's Miami at in the seeding?
8-8.
So they have to win today over Pittsburgh. So they have to win today to get in. And New England has to lose.
Yeah, if Pittsburgh wins, Miami and New England loses, Pittsburgh gets in.
Wins tiebreak over Pittsburgh based on head-to-head win percentage. Division tiebreak was initially used to eliminate Miami. New England wins tiebreak over Miami based on best win percentage. Okay, so Miami has to win. And
Well,
if they tie, they're still out.
Yeah, Miami has to win. And
Miami
Patriots
has
have
to win.
lose.
Pittsburgh has to lose.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad for
And
Miami.
Patriots have to lose.
Apparently, rumors have already twirled around on Twitter of Mike McDaniels getting fired over the Tua situation this year.
No, that's false news. That's a false
A
rumor.
lot of people said it was like people just talking.
Yeah, that's a false rumor. Mike McDaniel's not. I mean, it wouldn't put it past.
I think, and it's already been brought up by media analysts across the NFL that cover NFL, everyone has said Tua's kind of in the same boat that RG3 was in, kind of like forced retired.
Well, RG3 had a leg injury, 2 different injuries.
2 different injuries, but same
Yeah.
story. He played like 2 seasons and then never was a starter ever again.
Yeah, but his whole.
Tua can't even get tackled without getting a concussion this year.
Well, once you have a concussion, you're more prone to get concussions.
Well, yeah, I
yes.
understand that, but
You're not.
at the end of the day, he's quarterback. He's gonna get hit.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough. It's tough.
I think Tua's career is done.
I mean, that's up to the medical professionals and him. I don't
They already
believe.
said they're like he's too prone to concussions. He has.
Yeah, but they didn't say he has to retire.
Well, they didn't. They're not going to.
Yeah, so it's at the end of the day, it's up to him.
His
And-
brain. I mean, that's your brain.
Yeah, I mean, but if he wants to play, he wants to play.
Yeah, but it's already been told. So many people have played the sport. Like former players are telling him, you should probably stop playing.
I don't think Tua's going to stop playing. I think obviously he's going to finish out the season. He's going to.
No, he can't even play this week. He's in the concussion protocol.
Well, yeah, he's going to finish out this season. I don't think he's going to quit by any means. I think next season's going to be the true testament. If he gets more concussions,
I feel like if he even gets one next year, they're gonna be like, dude, just hang it up.
it's going to be interesting to see on
Because you
how
gotta
they
miss
handle.
2 weeks every time you get one.
Yeah, but Miami, I mean, that's because definitely with Tua.
And
that's,
people have said that it's getting noticeable. He is not playing the same ever since the second concussion.
I mean, I wouldn't either. I'd be scared. I'd be nervous. I'd be.
The dude literally, there. Even people say he doesn't even. It's almost like he's getting knocked out standing.
I mean,
Like
it's
it looks
tough.
like he's out before he even hits the ground.
It's tough.
So with that being said, we barely got to touch on a lot of stuff today.
So,
well, NFL wise. So we're gonna take a quick break,
and we'll be right back.
and we'll be right back. YouTube, you're still here. We're just getting another segment going. All right.
Boom.
So we're back on the audio version.
Let's go right into this. Right into this.
So I think Cowboys are gonna walk right through the Bucks.
All right, so we're starting with NFC first.
Yeah, we'll just start with the NFC.
All right, so first things first. Before we go through more of this, let's just name the picks. Let's do the Super Bowl predictions right now.
All right. Go ahead.
No, me.
Yeah.
Want me to start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so AFC wise, I will say, I'll say this: the Chargers are looking very, very scary. They're getting healthy at the right time, and it's showing. Nobody has seen Justin Herbert in the playoffs, so this is going to be.
I have to say this. Chargers have the easiest game out of the whole AFC picture right now.
I think you're not giving enough credit to
No,
the
the
Jacksonville
Jags
Jaguars.
are good. The Jags are good, but they have a rookie quarterback playing.
They don't. Trevor Lawrence is not rookie.
He's never played in the playoffs. Well, neither has Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert has some
So-
experience on him, though.
So Justin Herbert, nobody's seen this, and I think we're all itching for this matchup: Chargers and Chiefs. So obviously,
Well, it'd be an AFC West showdown. But
yeah, I would believe the Chargers will face the Chiefs. I think that one's going to be. I can't really name on who's going to be the winner of that right now, and who's going to be in the AFC Championship, who's possibly going to be in the Super Bowl. AFC is going to be that wild card, just conference. I want to
what's
say
good for the Ravens though is they're getting Lamar back at the perfect time.
they're not sure.
Well, they said postseason. They wanted him back this week, but he's not. They said postseason for sure. He's set to come back.
That's to be determined, I would say. I mean, definitely we
They're
hope.
gonna play Lamar.
I mean, Bengals will beat.
Now
the
the
Ravens.
Bengals will beat the Ravens. The
Yeah.
Ravens can't score to save their lives this year.
I will say this. I will just shot in the dark. I feel like Joe Burrow will go back to the Super Bowl this year.
For the AFC, I think he'll have a clean sweep.
I will say the Bengals will, and this is a good note to have, is that the Bengals, if they go to the AFC Championship, the Chiefs go to the AFC Championship, it will be played at a neutral site because of the game that the Bengals and Buffalo Bills.
I think that benefits the Bengals.
Yes, so it benefits, honestly, everybody,
And they're going to
besides
play
the Chiefs.
not only this, they're going to play in a dome.
Well, it benefits everyone besides the Chiefs because obviously an Arrowhead is going to be a tough game no matter what. Now, NFC.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Here's my thing. Just to walk through NFC. Real quick. Chargers and Chiefs will play. Buffalo and Bengals will play. Bengals will win. I believe it'll be Bengals and the Chiefs, honestly, in the AFC Championship, and Bengals in the Super Bowl. NFC-wise, Cowboys will beat the Tampa Bay Bucks finally. And
I don't want to. It's like because the Bucks are getting healthy like right now.
Bucks are getting healthy, but their O-line is just getting demolished.
Well, their O-line is that's who's getting healthy.
Yeah, but I don't believe that they're going to be able to handle DeMarcus Lawrence, Armstrong, Michael Parsons.
The Cowboys are they're just
Yeah, so I think the Eagles and the Cowboys
we'll play each other.
will play each other for sure in the NFC Championship.
Nope.
Or excuse me,
Nope.
in the divisional round. I do believe the Cowboys will beat the Eagles. Now, this is going to be an interesting one. Who's going to face the Cowboys in the NFC Championship? I don't want to count out the Vikings anymore. I think the Vikings are going to...
This is the same take that you just got lit up on.
No, the Minnesota... We actually discredited... We actually put down the Vikings.
Yeah, and they did terrible and up until today.
Here's my thing.
They just got blown out by the Packers.
Here is my thing.
By the Packers.
Here's my thing. I feel like it's playoff football now.
Well, yes, but
now
my point is they got blown out by the
Hold on,
Packers.
let me make my prediction. I feel like the Vikings will beat the Giants. The Niners will beat the Hawks. If the Niners face Green Bay,
Again.
I don't believe the Niners will beat Green Bay.
So Niners will have to play Green Bay if Seattle loses
And Detroit loses.
and Detroit loses.
Now,
Well, they're playing Detroit.
yeah, I do believe that if that does happen, I don't believe the Hawks will win. If they do, it's because Baker and the Rams they're in shambles.
I think the Rams, it sounds really weird, but they're kind of put together at the wrong point of the season.
But
they got Baker too late.
So Minnesota will go into the divisional round. This is where, everybody counted out Minnesota with Case Keenum, the Minneapolis Miracle and all that. I really feel like Minnesota.
So if Minnesota isn't being stopped offensively, right?
I don't think they'll be able to get stopped.
They were stopped by the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, that's the same one with one of the best cornerbacks in the league right now, Jair Alexander.
I'm just saying.
Now,
It happened.
I don't believe that if Minnesota goes to the divisional round, and let's say it's tough to predict right now with the Niners and Hawks, because if Green Bay goes through, I feel like Green Bay will finally beat San Francisco. Now, let's just say this playoff picture right now. If the Hawks win, Niners will beat the Hawks. I want to say it's going to be tough for the Niners to beat Minnesota. I'm going to put my money on Minnesota.
Well, they're a throwing team, so I see your point.
Yeah, and I don't think the Niners does not have a well enough put together secondary to be able to face.
Well, they're getting healthy in the secondary.
We could say that, but I mean, when the Niners face a team like Kansas City, and when the Niners face a team...
Niners faced Kansas City with 9 starters on defense out.
They still had Ward.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
That was the only guy that played.
They
Jimmy
still
did
had
not play.
Hufanga.
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
Hufanga did not play that game.
We can look it up.
Hufanga played the first quarter,
Now,
got hurt in the second, was out on concussion protocol. They were out 9 starters.
Here's my thing.
Nick Bosa didn't play against the Chiefs.
When the Niners played against the Raiders, rookie
They
QB
had no film on
put up
rookie QB.
almost 400 yards.
No, he did not. He put up like
338.
That's not 400 yards.
Almost.
That's not almost either.
He put up how many passing touchdowns? 3?
2.
And the number one defense just got mollywop whipping.
Did they though?
I'm whipping.
Did they though? That's not whipping, but yeah.
And they lost. And the Raiders lost, obviously. But I don't believe the
Niners had a bad defense.
My prediction, I believe the Niners will not be able to face against Minnesota if they go through. I put my money on Minnesota Cowboys NFC Championship. It's going to go to the Cowboys. NFC champions, as well as Super Bowl Bengals and Cowboys.
Well, Eagles have Jalen Hurts back. I'm going to go ahead and say my half for the NFC.
Okay.
Eagles got Jalen Hurts back. We'll get to that point first. Cowboys will go play Eagles. Honestly, I think the Giants can beat the Vikings, and then the Niners, depending on who they have to play, the Niners will be in the divisional round against, more than likely, the Giants. I'm not going to count the Vikings out. Vikings and Giants game is going to be a close game.
You counted them out last time.
No, I did not.
Dead.
The Vikings?
Yes.
We didn't even run the pod together when they went. I didn't even run the pod when the Vikings
I meant last week. Or the last episode.
Last episode I counted the Vikings out and then they got fucking mollywopped by the Packers. So yeah, I think I was correct on the fucking Vikings. Anyways, go back.
I'm right here.
Oh, okay. Shit. I thought you were off of it.
You're seeing red. Here.
Anyways, divisional round is going to be Cowboys-Eagles. I think the Cowboys are not going to get past the Eagles. Unfortunately, Eagles are getting healthy. Eagles are getting healthy, and I think the Eagles have a pretty straight shot to the NFC Championship. Niners. Now, I'm going to say it. If the Niners can get past, they can't have mistakes, which, I don't know, they've never had mistakes in the playoffs up until I wouldn't even say last year was a mistake. They just kind of missed opportunity on an interception. But Niners have proved out year in, year out. So, obviously, I think it's going to be Niners, Eagles, and NFC Championship. And I can't say much after that because it really depends on which teams have who come playoff time.
Okay, AFC.
So they got one more game. Everyone has one more game to play. Chiefs already got through their last game. They're healthy. So I would say it's going to be Chiefs, Bengals, AFC Championship. And I think the Bills have a chance to get in there. I think they'll beat the Patriots today, which that's going to change the 7 seed. So the 7 seed would turn into Miami playing the Bills.
Bills look like they're walking away with this.
Yeah. So I think Miami has a chance to get in now. Miami's got to win their game, which is...
They are on the 39 line.
So this is a big fucking deal for Miami right now. They're not scoring, and if they win today's game, they're without Tua. But come playoff time, they'll have Tua. They are a whole different team with Tua. So that offense is like alive with Tua. The offense is completely dead.
If Miami wins, they will go.
If Miami wins today's game, they will go. Patriots are out. So this picture is officially all jacked up now.
If Miami wins,
Miami has to win. Who they playing right now? Jets.
Yeah.
Jets are out now, right?
Oh, the Jets, yeah, they're out.
Okay, so Jets fucked up last week. They're out. They had a chance.
Yeah, they
Jets
lost.
Are out. Yeah, 7-9. Yeah. So Jets are playing for nothing. They're just playing for confidence. I don't know. Ego.
Yeah, I mean, and it's 2nd and 9 on New York's 38. So I mean,
Yeah. So
53 left.
I really think that Miami's going to slip in there. I think they can beat the Jets today. I think they'll pull through. It's a very fucking boring game though. 6-6 in the fourth quarter with only like 2 minutes left. What's going on?
Hold on. I believe. No, okay. So Buccaneers. So Tom Brady does not have a winning season for the first time in his entire career.
So Bucs are out.
No, Bucs are in. They won their division.
Wow, that was a bad game to lose, though.
What I was saying is that Tom Brady, this is his first year to never have a
winning season.
He tied.
He
didn't have a losing season.
They should not be in, but their division's so crap that they.
Yeah, they became 4th seed. Yeah,
it's so stupid. They're the worst fourth seed team I've ever seen. If you're losing to the Falcons, and that I'm not saying because other teams have lost to the Falcons.
Before you go any further, who's going to be in the Super Bowl?
I can't say the Super Bowl because we haven't got that far yet.
Well,
I want to say Super Bowl predictions next week once we see the picture.
I've already said it. Done.
Who?
I said it. My take. Bengals.
I think my Niners
and
have
Cowboys.
a solid shot this year.
Cowboys.
So Niners are the hottest team in the league right now.
Not after Raiders.
They won, so a win's a win.
By 3.
So you guys literally have lost terrible games.
By a rookie quarterback?
We've been playing rookie quarterbacks pretty much the whole season.
No, you played 3 games, bad. Calm
4.
down. Calm down there.
4,
calm
2,
down there, bad.
2 with Trey Lance.
You calm down there.
6 total with the rookie QBs.
You calm down there. You won against the Raiders, Commanders, and the Hawks.
We swept the whole NFC West. We're the only team to sweep our division.
Yeah, that's the Hawks. I mean,
we played good teams. We beat the Chargers 22-16.
Not with Brock Purdy.
Still won. It don't matter who we have at
That's
quarterback.
because listen. All right, so this is my thing.
Who cares who was at quarterback?
I want to speak this piece real quick.
Brock Purdy
on this pod. Jimmy G is a blessing that the San Francisco 49ers take for granted.
How is he a blessing if he's not playing?
Take for granted. He took y'all all the way to 9 wins. Yeah, Brock Purdy won 3.
Brock Purdy had to come in and finish the game.
I understand that, but still, Jimmy Garoppolo is a blessing for the Niners.
Okay, Jimmy, yes,
he's
good.
He's not flashy like Herbert.
Get over the Jimmy thing. We're talking about the playoffs.
I know, but Brock Purdy will not last in this playoffs. Put it here, put it down there. I believe he'll beat the Hawks. They did it once with Brock Purdy. Put him against Minnesota, done. Go ahead, Brock Purdy, go ahead.
Minnesota's nothing.
And then take Kirk
Cousins
Cousins with his ice.
to the fucking Packers, bro. Like, come
Minnesota
on now.
will literally whip the Niners into shape with Brock Purdy.
I have zero belief in the fucking goddamn Cowboys because Dak is playing terrible.
You're taking shots.
Dak is playing terrible.
Listen,
he's throwing 2 interceptions a game for the last 4 games.
They're still winning.
Yes,
by a lot. By a lot.
But last time Dak was the reason you guys lost last year in the first round.
Now, here's my thing. Now, Cowboys fans, if you're out there, be with me. America's team. Anyways, Cowboys, yes, there's been a lot of heartbreak. There's been a lot of those talks that, is Dak Prescott the guy? Is he the one to take us to a Super Bowl? I still fully believe just because he's at the helm. You guys don't really have
a reason to go get a quarterback, but he's just not the guy to get it done
this year is going to prove whether or not this is
gonna have to.
This is my thing for this year's Super Bowl. If we look on paper, the complete teams, 100%, both sides of the field, that are going to perform at the highest in the postseason. This is why I chose AFC. Bengals have a stellar defense.
How are the Niners not well-rounded? I just want to hear it.
I'll get to that.
Don't just say QB.
Bengals have a solid...
QB is the highest-rated QB in the last 4 games.
Bengals have literally everything that they need, as well as they did pick up a few offensive linemen, but not the greatest. But the Bengals have the best receiving core in the AFC. They have the best defense in the AFC, I believe. And, Chiefs, people may say, oh, what about the Chiefs? But the Chiefs' best defense is their offense. If they face
keep the ball, yeah.
Yeah, if they face somebody with a stellar receiving core, much like Bengals, that Bengals have proven once again, they win by a little bit, but they still win. Same thing with Buffalo. Now, going to the NFC-wise, why I chose the Cowboys.
Well, you're a Cowboys fan.
Anyways, unbiased opinion here. Excuse me, I almost said the Broncos. Buccaneers, they are just not there. They're not there offensively,
they
defensively.
don't even deserve to be there.
The
With their
Eagles,
loss, though, does that allow other teams to get in?
No, because they won their division.
Damn.
Now,
so
the
stupid.
Eagles, 100% is another complete team. They are missing pieces in the secondary. They do have Darius Slay, though, which is insane. But either way, their rush is insane. Their offense have proven time and time again. That's why they were undefeated for so long. It's just unfortunate that Cowboys and Eagles are facing off yet again. They're 1-1 this season. And you never know what could happen. I believe the Cowboys will win it in Philly.
So this is
now Niners.
I'm going off teams that do well under pressure.
Niners, though.
In the playoffs.
Niners, though.
And the
Complete
Cowboys
team.
shit the bed under pressure.
Niners, I don't believe they have a complete team. They got fully exposed by the Raiders.
How so?
Number one defense went down to like 17 when I was watching that game. Letting
It
that
was a
many
close-
yards on rushing and passing was
We played the best running back, which is
so many exposed assignments
anyways.
that happened.
So they had
But
they had bad ball hawk.
But the
shit
Niners-
going on. They had a bad defensive game. You can't expect
Terrible.
a perfect defensive
Fucking
game.
terrible
They're still
defensive
number
game.
one ranked after that game.
I don't believe so.
They are.
Anyways.
Look it up. You
The-
say this every week. Look it
The
up.
Niners, I do believe that they have a stellar defense, 100%. We'll give them credit on that. Their offense-wise, hit and miss. You never know what you're honestly going to get sometimes.
Well, and they got Debo back today. McCaffrey's playing.
And that's great.
Ayuk, Kittle.
And
Everyone's
that's-
healthy right now.
And that's great. Kittle, I will forever. He's number one tight end in this entire league. I will not put Kelsey anywhere near him because when you talk about the best tight end in the league, you have to talk about all the way around: blocking, receiving, route running. Etc.
he kind of hits it all.
Kittle literally hits it everything,
Kelsey
but his
is-
injuries.
Pretty good. Yeah, well, he gets injured a lot because he's in the run game a lot.
Exactly, because he's blocking. He is the best blocking tight end in this league right now. Kelsey nowhere near Kittle on that.
Kelsey
His route running is insane.
Kelsey is always going to beat Kittle out on receiving because that's what the Chiefs do.
Kelsey's the number one target. That's 100%. Niners, they have that's one thing I love about the Niners, that they have numerous spots, and that's what makes the Niners so dangerous. But y'all are without Jimmy G, and
Jimmy's coming back for the postseason. And
yes,
they said that they might still play Purdy over him just so they can save him
but
for the
Jimmy
big
G
game.
is still that hit and miss.
Yeah.
I'm going to finish it at the end. Now, the Niners can fire on all cylinders when Jimmy G is there. We saw it whenever Trey Lance went down.
Surprisingly, they're
But
doing it with Brock Purdy.
If Jimmy G does not get protected,
He's terrible.
and Jimmy G has to play this postseason to win. For the San Francisco 49ers to win. If Brock Purdy goes out, he's losing immediately.
If Joe Burrow can do it, Brock Purdy can do it.
No, Joe Burrow wasn't a rookie whenever he went to the playoffs.
Well, I would say yes because he missed a whole season doing it.
And Joe Burrow is a natty. He's a champion.
Anyways,
Yeah,
it can happen.
yeah.
It can
We
happen.
all knew LSU beat.
It can happen.
Now it can't.
It can happen.
Brock Purdy, when he gets in the postseason, face the Minnesota Vikings, faces even the Giants.
I don't know. You're terrible. I think the Giants are better than the Vikings.
Vikings will win out.
To the divisional round.
No, Vikings will win out to the NFC Championship. I said it here first. It's to be Cowboys and Vikings NFC Championship.
No.
AFC Championship will be Bengals and Chiefs.
No.
Yes.
I think the two worst teams in the postseason is the Bucks and Vikings.
You're a lie.
The two
That's
worst,
a lie.
worst put together teams is the Bucks and Vikings.
I
in the
need
NFC.
someone to clip that right now. Vikings is not the worst team in the NFC. No.
I would admit, yeah, the Seahawks are kind of eh.
No, but for the highest seeds, no. For the divisional champions, no. Vikings is not the worst.
Well,
Vikings will
you
mollywop.
guys heard it. You guys heard it all.
Vikings will mollywop the Niners.
No.
Yes.
Bro, no. It's
Yes.
not there.
It will. You know what? You know what will be there? Kirk Cousins chains.
No, I'm sorry, but I think Kirk
He's gonna
might
put
get
that on
knocked out
whenever-
in the first round. I hope to God you were wrong as hell, because we're gonna come back to this. I hope they shit the bed. I hope the Cowboys just completely just show up and just fall straight on their face again.
The Vikings will beat the Niners in the divisional round.
They won't see each other until after the wild card anyway.
The Vikings can come into the Niners, come into the Bay. Be
This
like,
might
I don't
be
fear
all-
the Bay.
This might be all different after today's games because Seahawks might not even be in.
Yeah, if the Seahawks lose and the Green Bay wins, Green Bay's winning.
Oh, Green Bay! Everyone would love to see Niners Green Bay go at it
In the
again.
Bay? In the Bay.
It would be in the Bay too. And last time, we played the Packers this year in the regular season and completely just fucking destroyed them.
That was with Jimmy G.
Was it? Pull it up.
Yeah, it was.
Pull it
Brock
up.
Purdy's only played
Pull
3
it
games.
up!
He's only played 3 games.
Either way, we completely
Yes.
just smashed the Packers.
Y'all played
You had
literally.
it right there.
I know, but
Yeah.
I can't scroll up.
When did we play? Yeah, right there, up here.
That was that was preseason.
Oh no, dude, we played them in the regular season, like completely just.
No, y'all
was
didn't.
that last year?
That was last year, I think.
It might have
Either
been
way,
last
y'all lost to the Broncos.
Yeah, we
Wanna
did.
mention
We,
that.
we had injuries in the beginning of the season. I'm going to say it over and over again. We
Yeah.
had injuries all the way up to this game.
I want to see this game real quick. Just big daddies.
2 interceptions though, and he threw it straight to the defense both times.
Brock Purdy, 1 interception right
He
there.
was slinging it. You know what happened to
284. He wasn't slinging. Jared Stidham.
I'm not talking about Brock.
Stidham.
I'm talking about Stidham. He's slinging it all game. Guess what happened when he played this week against the Chiefs? He kept throwing it deep like he was going to be able to.
Yeah.
I told you, once they got film on that guy, he's not that good. He's not
You
that
can't
good.
get film on 1 game, man.
You got enough. All the Raiders were doing was throwing Hail Marys to Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams is number
from
1.
blown coverages from the Niners.
And they called a catch with Devontae
Damn
Adams when the
straight
ball
he
hit
did.
the damn ground. Everyone
Catch.
knows it did. Even people
Catch.
admitted that it was a fucking drop. They just called it a catch because they didn't want to pull that back. They didn't even challenge it because the game was already over. That's last week.
It's week 18 this week.
Is it week 18? I thought it was
Yeah.
week 19.
Oh, yeah. Because it says 2023. Oh, we're going to have to. We're scrolling.
Let's go to the bottom. Yeah. Number 1.
Oh, even after Sunday's awful performance.
Yes. Still number 1.
Yeah, that's
I told
would
you,
put
Eagles
Philly up
2.
there.
Well, I
yeah.
don't know about New England being 3. New York Jets 4.
What?
No. Keep moving.
Is this the worst defense?
Top 5. That was top 5.
Okay.
Cowboys are 6. Okay?
I did
All
not
right.
know the
We
Jets.
established that. All right, everybody. I think that pretty much wraps up.
Miami won.
I don't know
So-
if you want to touch on
so
MLB
just-
or.
I think we just keep this on the postseason.
All right, guys.
Well, hold on real quick. Last thing. Miami is now the 7th seed. Miami and Buffalo will be facing off.
No, I thought Miami has to win in order
Miami
to get-
won.
Miami won? Let me see.
11 seconds left, 11-6. 5 seconds left.
All right, so Miami's in. I don't know if anything can alter it.
Yeah. New England is now out of the playoffs.
Okay, but I meant alter Miami. Can anything alter Miami's chances?
No,
of being
because they
knocked out?
win the tiebreak against Pittsburgh.
Even
so
if
wins
Pittsburgh
tiebreak-
wins today?
Wins tiebreak over Pittsburgh based on head-to-head win
So
percentage.
Pittsburgh can't get in at all.
Nope.
At all. Damn, that's
So Pittsburgh just got out, and so did New England Patriots. That is huge. So now Miami and Tua will face off in Buffalo.
That's huge for Mike McDaniels to make a postseason first-year head coach.
Yeah, that is massive. Same thing
Now-
with Doug Peterson with Jacksonville beating Tennessee. Now,
Well, Doug's been around for a minute.
but it all boils to, so the only thing that can change now is the seedings between the
Seattle.
Cowboys, Philly, and San Fran, as well as Seattle, Detroit, and Green Bay. So everything else is set on the AFC side.
If Eagles lose today, they lose, they win, they move up.
Yes.
So we need. As a Niner fan, I need you guys to buck up.
Well, I mean, either way, if the Niners win first seed,
They go to the divisional round.
yeah, they'll Philly will go here, and no matter what,
Niners win, you guys go down to 2. So then it would be
no,
Eagles playing Bucks. Yeah, because you guys would get the
they'll
2
get
seed.
no. Philly will get 2 seed
Oh, and you guys would go what? 4?
if they win. That's
Would you guys
all.
stay at 5, or would you guys go down to 3? You guys might go down to 3.
Well, I don't know, honestly, because if Philly loses, Cowboys wins.
That's just why we couldn't make a very solid prediction, because the seeding.
Actually, no, you're right. You're right. No, you're right. Because either way, if Eagles lose, San Francisco lose, Cowboys will get first seed. If Eagles lose, Cowboys win, and San Fran wins, San Fran will get first seed, Cowboys will get second seed, Eagles will be 5th seed, facing off against the Bucks. So yeah, no, you're right.
This
Holy
is a big.
shit.
This is a big shuffle that can happen just in 3 hours.
In literal 2 games, honestly,
Yeah,
because
there's a big
3 games.
Big shuffle's about to happen. They're all
No,
playing.
it's 1, 2.
1,
3.
2, 3, 4, 5.
So 4
6
games.
games left.
Y'all play Monday? Or did you, no?
No, we played today.
1, 2,
We
3,
played the same
4,
time as
5.
y'all.
5 games. So 5
2,
games.
3, 4, 5, 6.
This don't matter. These.
Well,
what's matter.
Chargers. Well, yeah, it's AFC, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, 5 NFC games on at the same time.
And
Well,
that's what's
today,
going to
not
decide.
same time.
All
Full
of these
3.
games are going to decide whether or not Niners get first seed, Cowboys get second seed. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff
There's a
happening.
big shuffle that might
But
happen.
we're going to wrap up here. Send us the.
Send us your information for the shirts. I already have a couple people. I understand we have to get the shirts made. I have a few people's information. Shirts are $30. If you're on YouTube, make sure you comment, say anything. Comment, like, subscribe, share, be a friend, tell a friend.
You heard it here first on predictions. Niners getting mollywopped.
Cowboys,
Okay.
I don't know. I can't.
Anyway,
support that.
we're done here, folks.
Thank you for listening.
One love. Later.
See you next time.